Hello, everybody, welcome. Rosa Psych Investigator, hell, Everybody, welcome. Rosa Psych Investigator. So, guys, I had that video yesterday. It was a little spicy, huh? And today I received a notification from YouTube that my video was restricted, age restricted. So, and I get it. So, but it's funny. I'm I'm not so good at like, I just am very spontaneous in that way, so I don't think about things too much. But I think it was, I had to do it. I had to discuss it. Very pressing, because honestly, guys, I know obviously it wasn't the whole Boba person. Could not be uh the ex-president Clinton. I just want to say this that if it wasn't clear from yesterday, that the cards did show that at least as to the question of whether Trump has been with persons of the same gender, the answer is yes. I didn't see that when I looked in my visions to see whether that was true of Trump and Clinton. The answer was I didn't picture it, but I did see the things that I want to unsee, which is their private lives. Let's just say I don't want to know. So, but anyway, so that was that for now. But there's so much to discuss. I'm a little behind on everything happening. Okay. But let's go to a topic that is heating up very hot. It's the fight between Trump and Marjorie. Marjorie Taylor Greene, huh? They started out as friends, but then Orange Man told her, Marjorie, I'm done. I'm done with you. Huh? I'm done with you, Marjorie, because asking. You keep asking about the list. I told you, Marjorie, don't you go there, girl. He said, no, she said, President Trump, I'm running. I'm ready to save my seat. I'm ready to drop you because I want to keep my seat. My name is Marjorie. I say what's on my mind. I was once your friend. Those days are long gone. I was once, I was once your fan. But those days are gone. I am Marjorie Taylor Greene. I'm gonna say what I want. I am Marjorie Taylor Greene. I remember Jasmine Crockett. I'm not going to go there. The song. Remember the song? That is one of the greatest songs ever made. Bottle Blonde Butch. Remember? Look it up. Interesting. Interesting information. Okay, let's go to the topic today. Very serious, very serious. Because I think honestly, guys, the situation is I don't know what is it that we're living through. I don't, is there a name for this? Is there a name for this? I don't know the name of this, but it's a bizarre old world we're living. So let is discussing here. The war between MTG and Trump. How did we get here? The Congresswoman signaled Sunday she's open to what? I'm already behind. She's forgiving Sam? Forgiving Sam? Oh, now I have to go through the other website. 1 second. I have to find a free version of it because I'm not going to subscribe to uh Rolling Stone just for that. Okay, 1 second. I is stopping. Okay, so I found here the archive version. Okay, so Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene said Sunday her very public fallout with President Trump has come down to the Epstein files, and that is shocking. But how did one of the president's staunchest supporters become one of his ops to the point that Trump has given her the nickname Wacky Marjorie? All I see Wacky Marjorie do is complain, complain, complain. Trump wrote on Friday on Truth Social, saying she's a raging lunatic and announcing she was pulling his endorsement of her. I am withdrawing my support and my endorsement of Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene of the great state of Georgia, Trump wrote. On Saturday, he called the Congresswoman a traitor. Those are the types of words used that can radicalize people against me and put my life in danger, Greene said of Trump's attacks on Sundays on CNN's State of the Union. On social media, she said she has received a hotbed of threats, fueled and egged on by the most powerful man in the world. Okay, but anyway, so that's a story. We're not going to go into every detail of it because we have seen enough. We haven't seen this. Okay, so let's see. Let's see here. Okay, let's see what is going on. What is the story? So let's do the protection and then I'll get started. Okay, so I'd like to ask for protection, a beautiful ray of light coming on top of my head as I breathe in. I feel my lungs as I breathe out, a greater circle, a greater circle. I step into it. I step into it. I feel protected. I feel connected. I'd like to ask that information come only from the highest sources that it create the good and all of the good, and so it is. Okay, so Trump versus MTG. Who wins? Okay, let's do the vision here. What's going on? Who wins? So it's really interesting. I mean, this is not like this is necessarily new information, but I see that it's an interesting setup. So I see that MTG is being interviewed. No wonder they have these interviews of Congress people inside the house, right? Like in the rotunda area. And I see that there's lights, but like we're seeing the setup of the people from television interviewing her, right? And then and there's like this background, usually when they're not every interview, but talking about the kind of like this white background. Like it's a setup where she's being interviewed and she's talking almost like a press conference of some sort. And then and then in front of her is Trump. And he's almost like he's almost a poster. And it's also this is she's here, then there's Trump in front of her. And right behind her, there's all these people that she's waving to, meaning the behind the scenes people that she's like, hey, hey, like there's people, I'm not talking about voters, but other maybe other Republicans and such. And she's like, oh, wow, listen, that it's wrong, it's wrong. She has a huge scroll of the signifying the list that she wants released. And then the more she talks, the smaller the the poster of Trump becomes. Like it's both meant to be him, like really him, but also a representation of him. But the more she's talking, and it gets smaller, smaller, smaller. And then all hell breaks loose. And so then I asked when I saw this vision, I asked, does this mean because I was like, so when the all hell breaks loose, I understood that to mean that it was the files were released. But genuinely, guys, I find it hard to believe they will actually release it because I think it will pass the House, but it has so two things. It has to go through the Senate and Trump he can veto it. So obviously he will veto it. But what's going to happen? Could it be released in any other way? Is there okay, so because so we have talked about this that the thing that the list that they want released is even more incriminating that than the emails we're seeing. Okay, so what is going to happen? He is saying he's going to act more and more ridiculous, but eventually it will come out, it's saying. And he is not, it again, he almost disappears. And I see that then she high fives the people behind her, like right across from her. And even it's interesting, I see that the Democrats are like kind of high fiving her because they work together to at least this on this thing. And the other thing I got is that, and I know it's like, it's not that I'm saying like she's not great. And obviously she's been really has done so many horrible things, but I actually also see that, and I know, okay, I'm prefacing this because it may sound strange, because I do see almost like that as she does all of this, something good starts to sprout within her, even though I think she has a lot of hate inside of her. it's almost like she's being used for the good. Okay, because this is ultimately a very good thing to release all these names and whatever information about whoever, as long as it's all released, right? I think that's what everybody wants. So, so this is it. And then I see that she's startled when everything falls apart because I don't think it benefits her ultimately. But okay, let's see here. Let's see the cards. So, oh, okay, 1 second. I need to re adjust here this stand. Okay, so I have the cards ready, but let's see here. Let's see. Let's just see them. Let me look at each one of them separately. Okay. So now the question is show me Trump. Let's see, today is November, so that would be June. Let's say May 30th of 2026, where each one is. Okay, so to show me Trump. Wow. Show me Marjorie. So, okay, so how do I say it? How do I start thing? So it's weird. I saw Trump in it to me looks like a cell of some sort, and he is in some sort of confinement. Okay. And I asked, is he in the White House? And then he showed me the image, when he does these not press conference, when there's these world leaders meeting and they go to this room that has all the gold. I don't know the name of that room. I don't think it's not the Oval Office, I don't think. Is it? I don't think it is. I don't know. But it's the one where when Zelensky came and when Mark Rutte came, that room that has all the gold stuff, right? So it shows me that room empty. And then there's these workers in the room with the tool, the one of these tools to remove the gold and stuff. So that room is in some kind of construction to remove all that gold leaf, painted gold leaf plaster attachments that he put on the walls, like cleaning it up essentially to remove all the Trump branding. So so that's interesting, right? So that's May 30th. And yeah, that's right. You know how he was doing the ballroom, but I think they will end up having to redo the whole White House, right? And this is consistent with what other people have seen too. But that's interesting information. That's interesting information. So interesting. So and Marge. So and when I looked at Marjorie, she's there. She's very happy, very happy. And I think she has grandkids, does she? Because I see her with these kid, like baby or somebody's baby, like smiling. Hello, everybody, welcome. Rosa Psych Investigator. So guys, I had a there's you'll see a break in the video because I use this microphone here, right? And it has a at the bottom, at least there's a green light. It indicates if it's muted, it turns red. So it was red at the very end. So I had to stop the recording and look at it because you sometimes the I like this microphone a lot, but if you touch it for any reason and you don't notice it, it could get red. So what happened was it got red, but I was listening to it and I had selected a different. I was using basically not this microphone, but the computer's microphone. It had been set up differently for some reason. I don't know why. I thought I was using it. So no audio was cut, but I had to change the settings for the audio. So I'm going to come back to exactly what I was talking about, which was Marjorie Taylor Greene. And okay, so let's go back to that. And I was saying that she was with a grandchild, and I asked if she had a grandchild. Did she have grandchildren? So okay, and the question was Trump. Okay, but the bottom line is that I saw her much better than Trump, and Trump was not in the White House for sure. Okay. All right. So let's look at it with cards. Okay. Let's see here the situation. What's going on? Let's just not have necessarily timing of the cards, but just see what's going on with them. Let's see. Okay, let's see here. All right. So let's see. So tell me about this, the fight between Marjorie and, oh, look, interesting. It fell. Empress. I think it's that she's fighting, and I actually believe that, even though I think she's disingenuous in a lot of ways. I think she's definitely interested in publicizing the whole Epstein thing, wanting it to be public. Okay, so what's up with Trump versus Marjorie? Okay, an offer. Okay, the king upside down. Okay, here is okay. Okay, and okay, I'm gonna put Empress because she fell here. Okay, you know what? She should have been. Yeah, it's okay. I just okay. We're here. Then what's up with their feud? Concern. Concern, really? Thoughts and prayers? No. Recognition of something. False person. Now that could be the criminals or the whoever is on the list. That's a card that would represent something like that. Okay. Party, older man, and woman, older woman. Now, in a way, that because this card is about women above the age of 40, you could say that the house message. Okay, so let's try about somebody. So this could, you see here, this, I pulled some clarifying cards. You could see, oh, hold on. This is a house. It could be the House of Representatives. This is a card of message, even though to me, I get confused with the fortune card, but it's not. It's a message card and some money. So the financial documents related to this whole thing. Okay. All right. So okay. So that's but it's that. So what happens? I get it. This is a scenario. It's pretty clear, right? But what is so oh okay. See the bed card, okay, money and okay. The judge. All right. So it go okay. So it does suggest that so let's see here. Is the list is the list going to come out? Let's just write it out. So is the list coming out? But I think we understand that to mean that the all the documents that it's not just one list, right? It's this whole whatever the FBI has that hasn't been released. We understand that. So is this going to be because I feel like the other cards that just now showed us that that's what it is. So is this going to be released? And I saw that in the visions, but it'd be interesting to see here what this. Okay, so what do we have here? Okay, since I already shuffled. Okay, the family upside down. Oh, justice. So upright. So yes, it would suggest. Let's see here. Courthouse, interesting. Connects to this, of course. Mature women. That's could be all the women. Community group or people who are essentially community. So this type of this deck of Kipper, I don't know that I honestly agree with this. The person created these new cards because the cards are supposed. There's a reason why they're supposed to be 36, no more than 36, because the Kipper cards come from Lenormand and not exactly come from Lenormand, but there's a whole number of like it's the same of Grand Tableau number. But this person decided that they're going to put extra cards, so they did, which is fine. But just telling you, I don't know why I have to say it, but just to explain, okay, that this is a creative, because if you use Kipper cards, you're not going to find these other extra cards. It's just a creative license from the creator of these cards. Okay, but so we'll go. Okay, so here the child, the man, the woman. Okay, oh man, the woman. Okay, okay, vision, deal. Okay, what's missing? Oh, here. Okay, so the judge. That's right. All these court. Okay, the judge, fortune, enemy show. That's right. The money. The enemies made money. So a deal. Justice here again. Community. The group of people with common values. Women deal. About the ant shows the enemy. And okay, so Spirit is telling me, Rosie, basically what is showing you here is what like is likely to happen. Does it make sense? So so it tells me if it wouldn't be released, then you wouldn't be seeing this. So so it's just wait when things are about to turn, when everything starts to fall apart, they're going to have to release this. Even if the Senate is in the GOP now, they're going to realize that if they align with this, they're going to lose their career forever. So they align with this, meaning they align with not wanting to see the files. Then this is it. Okay. All right. So this part is done. So then just going back to the other question, which was, will MTG versus Trump in 6 months? Okay, so let's look at that. All right. Okay, so first Trump. Okay. Love is in the air. Okay. Victory Epstein. So interesting. Oh, this is a card of theft. Okay, let's see. Young. This is a young, inexperienced one. Now, the card of theft doesn't necessarily mean just theft. It could mean some sort of criminal activity. Okay. Wow, how this is a room. Could be a Von Sim, a living room. Okay, so but it means something private. So something criminal done to women in privacy. Okay. Here, loss. Now, this is, guys, this is really actually really interesting card in light of Trump. So you see this card, the meaning of it is loss. Okay, but I don't personally, because I've seen this card before. There's in the different types of there's different gypsy cards that use similar imagery. I take it to mean gambling more than loss. Okay. It also incorporates loss, but gambling, because remember that Trump used to own a casino. So in this context, this is very relevant, right? Because it could mean that this could speak for the business casino, and I get goosebumps when I say this casino business that he had. Okay. So I just want to show you that. Now let's go here to the next word. Deal. Okay. Okay. Letter. Deal could mean a business deal of some sort, information, a letter. That's right, the emails, right? We have the emails. So here, let's see here. I have family room again, just like this Von Sima, exactly the same card. Okay, the same one. Okay, and then adjudication. That's interesting negotiation in front of a judge. Wow, ending. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's right. Very interesting. So see, guys, because the question really was, what happens to Trump in 6 months. So we have, right? It ends with a copping card. But let's just, wow, it's really interesting. Right. Look, the end is yet quickly, privately, letter leads to an ending, right? And then we have Vic, Victory upside down, the young women deals are negotiated. There's a negotiation. It's not a negotiation of compromise, but guys, it really could be that I believe that, even though I think that the ending of Trump is something that other organs of the government are going to have to deal with, and that involves negotiation, right? Even if it's not technically the legal type of negotiation. It is a negotiation in a way or another. So that card applies. And here then the love, or it could even be the God, because this card is very indicative of the Holy Spirit, right? Theft, gambling, private. But then this it's very interesting also because the privacy aspect that is present in this card here, the same card but a different deck, comes out again as the negotiation for an ending is private. Decision is made about an ending, which is interesting, right? That it doesn't suggest that he's like, oh, bye. Like that there's others that negotiate the ending here for him, for him. Okay, okay. So now let's go to Marjorie. Marjorie. Okay, what's up with her? What's up, Marjorie in 6 months? Okay, victory. Wow, interesting. Women, this is an angry one card. Okay, worry. Here is gift. No, visit. Okay, this open in something. If somebody comes or something comes. Man. Okay. Okay, journey. Okay. Despair, worry. Okay. Pathway. Guys, and this, by the way, is a card of the cross. This is the crossword cards equivalent in the Norman. This is the pathway and Kipper, or at least this type of Kipper. And it's a card I use for election. So, okay, that signifies election because it's a card of choice. So, journey, she's worried about her election, right? So, this is in 6 months. Anyway, and something else is missing. Oh, it's sweet. Where's that? The German cards I just was. Oh, here it is below. It's hidden here. Okay, so all right, the house deal is a card of a deal of some sort with a wealthy man. So it could be her donor. So obviously she's in a much better position than Trump is, according to cards. According to cards. So interesting information. Interesting information. Okay, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you very soon. Bye bye.